K0DWC, WA7YBS. And I know you're copying fine. I'm just looking at all the meters, making sure everything is looking okay. WA7YBS.
Good morning, Henry. Just having fantastic. There it is. I'm sure it's cool. WA7YBS K0DWC. Sound good, Henry.
Sounds good here, too.
Well, that sounds like Vern. And good morning to you. T6VXY. Yeah, I'm running the 32V3 again. And I'll tell you, there sure is a lot of difference between how the antenna loads up in the afternoon versus how it loads up in the morning. So a little bit of tuner adjustment. Good thing it's right nearby. I don't have to get up. Anyway, let's see how Vern's doing. K6VXY, WA7YBS.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the net control is, so I won't. Wait a second. There we go. I won't write anything down. Yeah, I had to do a lot of tuning here. Good thing I got up early. I've been fiddling with that 10X transmitter. I got it. That's what I'm not going to go into that. There's some things going on, but I did find a bad too. Which one of you is net control?
Yeah, net control, WA7YBS. And yeah, you got a good signal, Vern. And so let's see if there's anyone else out there. Let's see how much power we're doing. That's just about 100 watts. We'll do a little tweaking and peaking. Okay. Let's see if there's anybody else out there who wants to get in here on the pre-net warm-up. This is Vintage Military Radio Net. And you want to check in, get on the list. We got Chuck and Vern so far. Anybody else want to check in? Get in here early. This is WA7YBS standing by.
W6MQI.
Okay, well, good morning to Bob, W6AQU. And yeah, you're coming in here quite well from Montague. Good to hear you. And you're in the number 3 spot. M6BCT, Bill. Good morning to Bill. You're in the number 4 spot, Bill. And in the number 5 spot is Steve, W6SSP. Good morning, Steve. And in the number 6 spot is Dave, W6MQI. Good morning to Dave. So, the list as I have it right now, in the number 1 spot is Chuck, K0DWC. Number 2 is Vern, K6VXY. Number 3 is Bob, W6HMM. Number 4 is Bill, M6BCT. Number 5 is Steve, W6SSP. And number 6 is Dave, W6MQI. So let's see if there's anybody else out there that wants to check in. Number 7's open. Go ahead now.
Whiskey 4, Delta Victor Quebec.
Okay, there's Carla, W4DBQ. Good morning to Carla. Good signal. Fully modulated, of course. And sounding good. Number 8 is open if you want to check in. Here at Vintage Military Radio Net, be number 8. Go ahead now. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let me run down the list one more time for those that are writing it down. Number 1 is Chuck, K0DWC. Number 2 is Vern, T6VXY. Number 3 is Bob, W6AQU. Number 4 is Bill, N6BCT. Number 5 is Steve, W6SSP. Number 6 is Dave, W6MQI. And number 7 is Carla, W4DVQ. This is Highway 7 YBS, Henry, Deep Valley, helping with control on the Vintage Military Radio Net today. I'm running a 32V3 Collins transmitter, 110 watts of carrier power to a collinear, 2-element collinear array, and that's the antenna. And the receiver is the newly pepped up Raycal RA17L. Had a bad RF amplifier tube last week. So anyway, that's our military connection to the Royal Army. The RA17L, it is the military version that I have. So British Raycal. And that ought to do it. With that, let's check one more time. Number 8 is open, Vintage Military Radio Net, if you want to get in. Here on the first go-around, number 8 is open. Check in now. Okay, up to Chuck. Let's get going. K0DWC, WA7, YBS.
Okay, Henry. All right, I've turned the amp on. So, well, good morning to all, Henry, Vern, Bob, Bill, Steve, Dave, and Carla. Everybody's coming in very well this morning, no problem. We're running the TCS-13 this morning, Carla and I both, and running it through the remote and through an SP200 amp, and we're running about 120 watts or so, and talking through a talking through a Shure Brothers 250 hand microphone. So that's our rundown here. Again, everybody's sounding good, and Bob, welcome back, W6AQU. It's good to hear you back on again. Starting to worry about you there, my friend. But good to hear everybody. But Bob, I'm glad you caught that news. I hope you stay longer this time. Excuse me again. Anyway, I'll send it over to Vern. Vern, you got a wonderful signal. What we see? WC.
Gave it a little pause just in case. How much power am I running with my SP200? Oh, looks like the normal. Where is that? Oh, see, that's 100. I guess 95. 95 watts. Wow, I got it peaked up pretty good. The handle here is Vern, Victor, Easy, Roger, Nancy, K6VXY, Groveland, California, Pine Mountain Lake. Oh, I know who's missing is Mike. The guy is usually here early. Hopefully he'll be here. Good morning to Chuck and Henry again. And morning to Bob. It's been a while. And then we got Bill and Steve and Dave. Hopefully you got a check by now. And W4DVQ. SP200 here. Much to my chagrin. Not exactly, but I've been working with the local hams on this restoration of the HT10X, and then I did have a question for Henry about the OB2s. He probably didn't see it, but 2 of them glow and 2 do not. I got actually 3. And then the 4th one is at OA2. And I guess they do something with the relays or whatever. And then I had a 20-minute conversation with the ham in Florida that did the restoration work or check out of this transmitter. He's 100% convinced the transmitter got dropped in transit. He had it working on all bands. And then I found out from a local ham that this is not a plate modulated unit. This is their first sideband attempt, and that's where all the emphasis is, and it's, well, that's sad, but it still looks nice. I got to keep working on it, but I guess it's control carrier or something like that. I don't know why I didn't see that. Anyhow, yeah, that's been quite a project. I got it going, the power, but it doesn't have the output. So I found it, which is a CL6, and that's the driver to the 6146s in the output. And that noise there is the fan in the SB200. But it was dead. No filament, nothing. And I didn't see it before because it was one of the tubes that had that metal shield around it. So I got to send off for one of those. That's the driver to the output. That could be why I didn't get any output. But I've had plate voltage up to 800 volts here, typically running at a little less. So that part's fine. The capacitor's checked out good. I got the probe finally for the a triplet meter, the 630. So I was able to do a bunch of stuff with that. And anyhow, I'm not going to go on with it, but it looks like I'm going to order some crystals from, I'm ordering the tube from 2 different suppliers, one each from 2 people, just to make sure. We used to do that when I worked in the industry. If we needed a critical shipment for a project we were working on overseas, we would do 2 separate requests. I thought at first that was a little nuts, but that was a good security thing because we were doing project management at the time, and if something went wrong, they went after us because we were overseeing the new product development on certain parts, not all of them, just some. Okay, with that, good morning, like I said to everybody, and I'm turning it over to Bob, W6 6DXY in the group.
And where is Ron, NU6F?
Okay, Ron, I got you. You're in the number 8 spot. Carla will be turning it over to you, and good morning to Ron. Go ahead there, Bob. W6AQ, WA7YBS. And there it goes to Bill, N6BCT. Go ahead and make a transmission there, Bill, and turn it over to 10 W6SSP. N6BCT, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Bill. And good to hear you on this morning. Cut out, but good to hear you back on. And good morning, everybody. Crisp, clear, cold winter morning. On the usual, Collins 32 V1 transmitter. If anybody is interested in this set, purchasing a set like this, I heard yesterday on the 40-meter swap net on, what's the frequency? I forget. 7240 kc. That's what it is. About 12:30 p.m. today. So, not mine, somebody else's, but if anybody's interested, check it out. Yesterday was a dangerous swap meet. I didn't get to go. It seems to be pretty small and very young social. So, you never know. So, 70162. W6MQI.
But everybody else is sounding good as well. Yep, a little bit crisp here today, 38 degrees. A little bit of wind. It's clear. A lot of fog on the rooftop. All in all, not bad day though so far. 50 degrees in the shack here. I got the little portable heater sitting next to me, trying to warm my legs a little bit. We're running the Collins PRC 515 with the H189.
Well, that sounded like Blue Hughes. Let's give him a few seconds there, and then we'll turn it over to Carla. So stand by. Carla, W4DBQ, go ahead, and we'll pick up Dave. So, go ahead, Carla. This is WA7YBS.
Okay, WA7YBS, W4DBQ here. Well, good morning to everybody. And Bob, welcome back. I hear you. And, yeah, of course, I'm on the TCS 13. I just love this handheld mic. But not a whole lot going on here. We had some bad wind, and I lost my TA-32 Junior. I lost both elements, and so Chuck and I was going to have to tear it down and rebuild it. The wind's tough on those things out here, those little arms. So, but anyhow, that happens. One part. So once you start fixing something else stays small. So don't fix the first thing, and you'll be all right. Now, I'll keep it going since we have a growing list here. and save the rest of my meal for the next round. So I'll hand it over to Ron. You need 6 amps to take it. This is W4 DDQ.
Okay, good deal. All right, I didn't know where my spot was in the lineup, but well, what a surprise! I showed up late, and more people showed up. So I'm guessing people aren't showing up when they hear me as an early check-in, and they says, "Oh my God, I'm not checking into the net this morning. Ron's on." Yeah, I'm back. Okay, well, and good hearing you in there, Bob. I was going to give you a phone call because I was trying to figure out what happened up in Montague. And well, and Bill, N6BCT, I was flabbergasted. Your signal was the strongest I have ever heard. I have no idea what weird propagation that was, but I copied it all. So who knows which way the propagation is going? One way is upside down. Who knows? Well, anyhow, I'm running the T3 and listening on the R390A, same old antenna, and I have been smoking the airwaves on 630 meters every single night, but boy, I got skunked this week. Not one QSO, not one. But I'm the only person I've ever heard sending CQ, period. Only one. I take it back. I heard Andy 1 or 2 nights that we were planning on getting together. But that's kind of a shame. My signals are getting way up as the ground is getting wet. I buried some more radials and ground rods, and that is the key to making things work, at least here. And we've gotten the antenna impedance down to 22 ohms. Started out at 130. Of course, the rain mostly is helping a lot, and my counterpoises are not taking any current anymore. It's all going to the grounds and the radio. So interesting to see where the current goes. And okay, Steve, on the swamp meet, and yeah, I don't know, when's our first swamp meet going to be? Is it going to be the Loomis one? I think that's the first one coming up. So maybe we'll see somebody there. And Dave, okay, on the BRC 515, we've heard the Manpack restricted audio comm style, and and we didn't. So whatever it was, at least it wasn't a tube that went out. I know that. And Carla, wow. So your beam went the way of Mike's, since the wind ripped off everything except for the center element. The boom busted off on either end. So all he had was a rotary dipole. Well, anyhow, with that, let's see. Yeah, and Vern, I'm not sure where you are in the lineup here, who's on first, but I guess I'll listen on the next go-around. And what else was I going to say here? Vern, good deal on the heat kit. At least you haven't made any smoke yet, and that's a good thing. All right, we expect to hear it one of these days. Okay, with that, who's next? Who's on first? I don't know. Go ahead and take it. NU6F.
Go ahead and make a transmission there, Dave, and then turn it back to me, WA7YBS. Go ahead.
Well, hopefully been pulled out here. They pulled me on down here. I'm about ready to take out of there and take it here. Yeah, on the PRC 515, 108, 189, and that takes a depth rip to E. But yeah,
check, and I did send the parts to you. So hopefully you got it. You didn't mention that you received the parts, so hopefully you got it. It didn't get lost in the mail. So, but anyway, that's it here. So over to you, Henry, WA7YBS, W6MQI.
Okay, Dave. W6MQI, WA7YBS. Very good on everybody's transmissions. Let's see if there's anybody else that wants to get checked in here. Number 9 is open, Vintage Military Radio Net, if you want to get in on the tail end of round 1. Well, you can be number 9 and check in right now. Okay. Well, let's see. Very good on everybody. Propagation's fantastic. Bill was very strong here also. And, of course, Bob is doing a smashing job as always. I think top of the heap, other than Chuck and Carla, who aren't very far away, is Dave. You're just pounding in here, Dave. 140 microamps on the carrier level meter. And so let's see. Yeah, those voltage regulator tubes, Vern, they do have to glow. That's where they call that firing. And you have to have an input voltage that's higher than the regulating voltage. Let's say like 150 volt, like an OA2, 150 volt regulator. You have to put about 180 or so volts into it to get them to flash. Once they do, then they regulate. But anyway, yeah, if they don't glow, they probably aren't getting enough input voltage to make them fire. So anyway, that's the deal on those cold cathode gas regulator tubes. And yeah, very good on the Marauder being dropped. Well, like it's not very good, but I mean, yeah, the problems of shipping, even when they're really well managed, things happen. It's just a lot of weight. And I think you mentioned that the guy put that in a wooden crate. That's one of the worst things you can do. Because it transfers the shock of being dropped right in. If you don't have that, the transmitter or receiver can't go anywhere. And I had one SX28 shipped to me one time for repair. This is when I came up in BC, and the guy shipped it in a crate, and it was wooden blocked in the crate. Oh, you talk about destroyed. That SX28 was really, really messed up. You got to have a lot of padding. So anyway, whatever. That's what generally happens. I think that you did mention on that Marauder that it was in a wooden crate. 11 inches of snow up there in Montague. Yeah, that's when you get snow on top of melted snow, that's concrete. You're gonna have to wait for it to melt there, Bob. When you've been traveling, that's good. At least you can get out of the house, not snowbound. And yeah, Chris meet there for Steve. First one, I don't remember. It seemed like March, I thought was the first one, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that was Split Hill that used to be that way, that shut down for the winter. But anyway, too bad you missed it. And of course, Dave. Yeah, very, very one side, upper sideband, and very, very militaristic sounding audio there from you. Carlo doing good, 630 meters on Ron. He's got all the current going into the radials now. And let's see, was it Ron? I think it was Ron that asked about swap meets. And Cabela's just found out on the internet that Cabela's spring swap meet is May the 10th. May the 10th for the swap meet at Cabela's up there in Boomtown. So that'll be our first for this year. So anyway, it's May the 10th. And one other thing on the Raycal, the problem, as I thought last weekend, you must see our example too in the Raycal. It's a Series 5331, which the American equivalent is a 6ES8, and the 6ES8s are or 6BS6. Anyway, those tubes are the American equivalent. I had a whole bunch of new Sylvanias, and that's what I've been putting in is the Sylvanias. And after about a year, they developed high leakage on one of the triodes, and that craps out. And so anyway, this time I put in an RCA, so we'll see how long this one lasts. But I don't know what it is about the tube, but the Sylvania ones don't have a very long life. But anyway, the Ray Cow is back to its normal sensitivity level. So with that, let's check and see if there's anybody who wants to check in. Be number 9, Vinny Military Radio Net. If you want to check in, do it now. Okay, let's do round 2. Up to Chuck, K0, DWC, WA7.
Still pounding the ground, Henry, and I agree with you. Dave sounds real militaristic. That PRC 515 is, I don't know what the glitch was, but it sure does sound smart to me. Dave, it's sounding pretty good over here, man, over here in Dayton Valley. So, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Everybody's doing it. You know, I just say the one. Well, I'm not sure what Bob is running, but we've got 9 people so far on this test, and there ain't one of us running an AR-213. I don't know when the last time was that happened. If I'd have been a betting man, I'd have lost, that's for sure. I would have thought there would have been at least one, but what do I know? Maybe Bob can let us in on what he's running. Whatever he's running, it's powerful, and it sounds really, really good. He's got a strong signal. As Carla on 332 did drop those elements and hit the ground, hit the house, came down, something bigger hit the house. I was in the kitchen, and kaboom, 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 kaboom. You know, Carla come running out, breathing all over the place. What happened? Carla thought I fell. And hurt myself. I did. Anyway, I got out there and looked, and I'm gonna take that whole tower down and completely rework the tower and rework the T-82, because that's Carla's antenna, and that's what she uses to do DX with. And she hasn't done it in a while, but if it's going to happen, it's better that it happen now. While she's kind of dormant with doing DX. But we'll try to get that thing up and running again as soon as possible. I hope Mike's having a better time getting his antenna worked on. He alluded to the fact that it happened to him last week when he was speaking on the net there, but hope he's doing okay with his antenna as well. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on here. And I will send it over to Bob, W6ACU, or excuse me, not Bob, my mistake, K6VXY with Vern. Thank you, Carla. Vern, go ahead and tell you, this is K0DWC.
Okay, I'm here. This is K6VXY. Yeah, thanks, Carla, for remembering me here. Yeah, I got a couple things to say. Okay, Dave, I'm going to send you a little thing with your wonderful plug here with the 2 pins on it. It's perfect. And the way I feel about this plug is the following. Again, that's with the plug tapping on the table here. It's very nice. Thank you very much. And let's see. Yeah, and it did perfect. I think I sent an email on it. Maybe it didn't go or something. Anyhow, I got a question for Bob, who's coming up next on that calling stuff in the 7240 net at noon, local time here. That sounds interesting, but something like that. Either 32 V2, I think it was, and a 75S something, in good condition. I saw something like that at the slot meet I went to. Now it's almost 2 years ago, up there in Nevada, and a guy wanted $1,100 for, I think, a transceiver by Collins. Maybe it was the KWM2, something like that. That price is very good. I might have three. I can't believe that would stay around, though, if someone heard that, unless they didn't care about that vintage, but that would be outstanding. I'm going to look it up. But anyhow, let me, 7240, and I got another antenna I use here. I can go on 40 meters very easily, sideband, and I'll look into that. Let's see, the other thing is, okay, Henry, I'm going to call Todd. Todd is the name of the guy that sold me the HX10 Marauder. He felt really bad about it not working. I hadn't talked to the ham radio guy at the time. He wasn't technical. I let him know about the box. I was going to save that box. I'm not now. It's going away. Bye-bye. It was 3/8 plywood. And, yeah, the connector on the back, you know, which was the UHF connector, that was broken. And like you said, the shock, they dropped it. And I saw the way the guy from the shipping company, I can't remember which one it is, I won't say it over the air, he put it in my front entranceway to the house, which is, you know, it's got hardware on that part. And who knows what happened. But I know the unit itself. And also on the picture, that's for Chuck and Carla. Yeah, I did see that picture. I guess I sent you one where I showed part of the station I'm using along with the Marauder. Because I did see my reflection on the window there. I was surprised that I was going to get people with this summer. I want to make it to the Nevada net. Because I've lost a lot more weight. And it shows up in that mirror. That window, I should say, is like a mirror. Okay, with that, over to Bob, and good morning to all, and K6BXY over to W6AQU, Bob. Go ahead.
Very good. Thanks, Larry. K6BXY. W6AQU. That's the good signal reports all the way around. Again, this money is lost here. One of the trips we took our pup, which is now 2.5 years old. We took her down. She now resides in the Monterey Peninsula along with her brother. And I think she's probably a little bit happier down there than she was up here.
that, was it 941 miles down the path on that one trip. Anyhow, Dave, I don't know, they're talking about that's a military sounding transmitter. Doesn't look too bad on the scope, but my ears don't get all of that. Oh well. No, I'm not running a 13 anymore. They're out there in the shop. The Q3.
Okay, Bill, very good. M6 BCT, W6 SST. Hey, you're doing very well up in Santa Rosa, stronger than usual, so excellent. Good conditions today for everybody. And this is fun. Yeah, considering the water and the VR2s, it's been a while, it's been a few years since I worked on mine, but in general, in some transmitters, some VR2s are used for receive, and other VR2s will not power up until you transmit. So take a look at that one. Take a look at the circuit on that. Keep the ones that aren't lit right up when you transmit. If not, it's very common to have resistors that are in series with those two still open. A lot of times the wire line resistors and those go bad fairly often. Or carbon resistors, generally 2 watts or so, and those can go bad as well. Anyway, my suggestion, check it out. I'm sure it's going to work out just fine. The monitor I did here was in pretty good condition as far as the oil has gone. Very easy restoration so far, and they're not having any lot of trouble. That's the way it is. 211, which is a 2-meter all-motor fish. About many, many years ago, used it for a few years and it died. And the thing is just bringing the next to work on it. Well, I set it out again, stared at it for about 2 hours and decided, yeah, bringing the next to work on it. Put that together and it'll be for sale at Sonoma as a project. Maybe somebody else has more patience to do things than I do. And let's see. I do understand that Loomis is next month. I forget the date. One I've never been to, but I've heard it's pretty good. The Sonoma Swamp is April 26th. So that's the next one, or the first one I'll get to go to this year. Military sound with a CRQ 515. Over to you. W6MQI, W6SST.
W6SST, all right. Well, first of all, they said and Bob, yeah, I understand the old ears. My wife says I have very tight audio filters as well when listening to her. So said to hear everything she says, apparently. That's the way it is. But anyway, Vern, good job on the plug I sent you. I guess you're okay there. What else is going on? Well, I'm sure you can go over the weekend, but everybody else is sounding really good today. I'm still working on I'm working on my PRC 174 clone that I'm making. It's turning out really, really well so far. It's exceeding my expectations on the cage design. Dave will tell me send an email maybe in a couple of weeks. Hopefully it'll be 100% done. I've gone through probably more than 100 sketches on my CAD program trying to design this thing. And I've printed multiple pieces, like the front panel on the PRC 174. I went through 4 iterations of that before it got where I liked it. And the case turned out to be a bit of a problem for me this time, but I think I finally got that going. And then I was so worried about other stuff, I didn't even think about how it's going to power it. So I had to come up with a battery that's going to fit with the back plug where the battery's going to fit for this radio. And finally I couldn't find anything online that's going to fit. So I ended up having to design my own lithium battery using 16 cells, 4 series, 4 parallel. And I was able to configure those so they would fit in the battery component of the radio building. But that's turned out really well. And when it's done, I'll send pictures out. Everybody's interested in doing this. Other than that, not much else going. I'm counting days down for retirement in September. And that'll be really nice to get me to be retired so I can devote full time to radio fun and other things. So let's see, who's next here since I dropped out last time? Colin, W4CQ, W6MQI.
Hey, W6MQI, this is Whiskey 4, Delta Beach, Quebec. Well, very good. Okay, I've got this thing Mr. Bill has. It's catfish. I had it there and then I had a brain fart. But I got a little work today, guys. There's a big Super Bowl party at work and I got to help in the kitchen. So that's about what my day's going to be like. And I got to get in here and cook some chicken on the stove and stuff and take my puppy dog out. So I'm going to be an early out. I'm leaving you guys. And settle think I could do that kind of stretch anymore. But I'm glad y'all made it back on station and all that. And I'm out of here, so I'm gonna hand it to Ron. And I'm saying 73, guys. This is just 4. They also make their comeback. 73.
Got issues here. Where's all my reflections coming from? All right.
NU6FWA7YBS, he was tweaking and talking at the same time. The sun's coming up and warming things up, so antenna loads are changing slightly. Repeatances, reactances, all that sort of stuff. Well, 73 to Carla. And, yeah. Doesn't sound like too exciting of a day for Carla, but, well, what has to be, has to be. And, let's see. Oh, I forgot to report. It was 14 degrees this morning. Very clear, very nice day. And, of course, whenever it's clear, it is during winter real cold. So, yeah, we hit 14 this morning. And that's not the coldest it's been this season yet, or this season. It was, I think the lowest we got down to was, I don't know, 4, something like that. So that's nothing like it was about 12 years ago when it was 15 below. That was a bad one. But anyway, 14 today. And let's see. Yeah, good suggestion on those regulators that they may not apply the voltage until needed, you know, in standby. Maybe they aren't on. Possibility. And when you go to transmit, they energize. And of course, load resistors are also suspect on those. So Vern's got some troubleshooting to do there. So let's see. Once again, I want to mention, I know it's a ways away, you know, 2 months or so, maybe a little more. Anyway, it's Cabela's, the swap meet in Boomtown. That's about 10 miles west of Reno, is on May the 10th. May the 10th. Let's do the 73 round, and we'll send it over to Chuck, and we'll see how it goes. So 73 round, everybody. K0DWC, WA7YBS.
WA7YBS, K0DWC. All right. Well, I guess that'll do it for me. Not much more to say here. I'll be net control next week. And John will be I look forward to seeing all you guys. Thanks for the support, guys. It's a nice net this morning. Very good net. Very good condition. On-site radio transmissions. Great people. Don't get much better than that. Anyway, day today and stay deep ahead. We'll be watching you guys next weekend. Henry, I'll give you a buzz sometime later this afternoon. So with that, I'll say a nice day. Bob, let's just come back next week. I'm sure everybody else will be back as well. So, Don, I hope you find your problem. You're probably not at your operating position, but if you are, let's find a problem with the wrong way. Good to see you guys. Let's send it over to CXY 30 UWC. Go ahead.
Pause there just in case. Okay, thanks, Chuck. And good morning and 73 to everybody. To Henry, Chuck, and to Bob. I'll check out that thing at just before 2 o'clock. Thanks for the tip there. I think it was Dave. Yeah, Dave got it today. And then NCCCG, good morning. And FSG there, thanks for the tips. And W4DBQ, enjoy the Super Bowl party. I'm not that excited about it. I've gotten more interested in basketball. And that's been quite a twist on the Sacramento team this week, but it looks like they're recovering from it. The trade deadline and all that. And good luck there, Ron, with up there. So good morning to Bill, and I'll turn it over to Bob. Let's see, was there something I was going to say? No, I don't think. I'll keep working on this stuff, but boy, that calling stuff sounds good. I don't know where the thing is located, but maybe Bob could tell me where the person that was selling that is living, in case you were able to, I was able to drive there. Go ahead, Bob, and good morning all. Thanks for your help, everybody. K6BXY over to W6AQU. And I am
break in there, Bob. I think Vern got confused. I think it was Steve that was relaying the information to Vern about the swap net and about the 32V2 and the 75A1 that was on the 40-meter swap net yesterday, and will be repeated today. So anyway, that was Steve Vern that was doing that, W6SXP. Back to Bob, W6AQU, WA7YBS.
Okay, thank you, Bill. N6BCQ, W6SSC, 73 for the guys that found that rate. And, yeah, Vern, I don't recall exactly where those calls were. I think the things that were north of Sacramento, but I'm not sure. I think it was looking for that. And when I went to west, when I went that way, I asked them location, phone number, and contact that. What I've done before, I think that's going to do it. You're feeling the condition of that right there. These are some of my favorite videos, but I'm biased. So. And Dave, I got a question for you on the CRC 174 project on West. I'll get from it later. I wonder how the be interested in finding out how you like it. And, yeah, looking forward to any emails you send about it. Very, very interesting project. So, I think that's it for me. And I'll send over to Dave to see you next weekend.
W6SSPWF6MQI. The QMX is built. I have not fired it up. I was going to do that once it was installed in the new case that I'm designing. So, no info on that. So, fingers are crossed. The radio even works. But, well, cool case if it doesn't work. But, yeah. I'll get something going. On it. And, yeah, that Collins equipment you're talking about. I remember hearing that on there. For some reason, I was thinking it was up in Montague area, but I'm totally wrong about that. I know there was a guy up in Montague that was selling a bunch of stuff for a long time. But, I don't know. I can't 100% remember. But anyway, guys, 73, and we'll see if I make it out here next week. So, let's see. Let's split, well, maybe we're on. If not, I guess actually that's control. W6MQI, 73 everybody.
Let me make a call. And we'll see if Ron actually has the station or if he's still out there chasing down the problem. NU6F, are you present? Okay. Well, we'll assume that Ron is still working on the problem. Well, thanks everybody for your participation in the Vintage Military Radio Net. As Chuck says, your participation is appreciated, and we hope to hear next week, next Sunday, when Chuck will be net control, and that's still speaking. Always do it at the last minute. Okay. Well, let's see. So, everybody have a good week coming up. 73 all around. And with that, this is WA7YBS, and I'll be closing the Vintage Military Radio Net and signing off. So 73 all around.